Hey guys. So before we actually, before I start talking, I saw this morning, and it was so beautiful I wanted to cry. You're like, John, what was so beautiful that it made you want to cry? Ready for this? I don't think you're ready. You're like, Sean, what is that? It's a giant cannoli with little the regular size cannolis on a bed of cannolis. Come on, come on! And I love the array of cannolis that we've got the cherries at the end, which gives it such a nice little burst in color. But you got the traditional vanilla, you got the chocolate. Looks like we got a pistachio one right there, and they're so easy to make. You know, traditionally the cream inside of it is just like ricotta cheese, sugar, vanilla, chocolate chips if you want. Um, but I've seen some recipes say, "Oh yeah, I use like condensed milk and powdered sugar," and but the Italian in me, I'm seeing this, and I was just like, I don't know how huge that thing is, but considering these are probably regular size cannolis and they're about that long, I can imagine this is huge. But just and oh my god, just the cherry at the end when you oh the god that flavor, the flavor. Oh my god. And it's a shame to see them all in regular shells because I mean the shells are just it's dough that's and all that. It's like just fried and all that. So like we went to one place, it was in New York, and they had like a pistachio one, but it was like a chocolate shell and the inside was like a little greenish because it had pistachio. It's really good. Um, but just I saw that this morning, I'm like the Italian in me wants to cry. And when I was a kid, I remember, for like holidays, my grandma would be like, "No, no touching the cannolis," even though it's like dessert time. And I was thinking, it was like maybe they were spiked or something, but no, I don't know why she wouldn't let us touch them. Because, after everyone was outside and everything, we were inside and we would sneak into the kitchen and grab a couple. They were just regular cannolis. And there was a lot of them, so why didn't they let us touch them? And then after a while, they brought in. They would like bring cannolis that are like the same size as my wee wee, like really small. Um, and but I I miss cannolis. I miss cannolis. Yeah, you guys are like John, you're making me want a cannoli. You're making me want a cannoli over here. Uh, but I saw that this morning. I was like, that is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It's a giant cannoli shell with cannolis in it on a bed of cannolis. It just, oh my god. Actually, I would have loved to see some more green, like some of these, because you've got the cherries. So maybe have a little bit more green, like have a green filling, like I said, pistachio or something. But the chocolate, oh my god. I miss cannolis. I would just be like, ah. I'd be like, ah. John, don't do that again. Anyway, so I made a video the other day trying to talk about work and like the machine. The machine is apparently getting fixed today. But I'll give you a second, and I talked about it the other day, but I'll give you a few seconds to look at this. I'll just say that one of these things is not like the other. It took Lyle only about 5 seconds. Have you locked in your answers? Yeah. You said this, you'd be right. You can see all these other ones. They're all nice and lined up. And then you have this one with that much on the side, and it's completely moved over and bent in. So Lyle was down there for a while. Lyle was down there for a while today, and when he was passing by, I'm like, "Hey, Lyle, buddy, old chum, old pal, come here." And I was like, look at the baler and try to figure out what's wrong. He looked at it like 5 seconds later. He's like, yeah, the thing's bent. And I want to just grab him by the cheeks, like, you're so good at this. Um, but he saw it immediately. He took some pictures, and later on, not too long after, the guy came down. The maintenance guy was like, how when you leaving today? I'm like, in like 2 hours. And he's like, okay, because he's like, when you leave, when you're done, don't put anything in the baler. Like, just leave the baler empty. I'm like, this isn't gonna take like a while for you guys to fix it. Like, no, it'll be done like an hour. So, but apparently, I was talking to Kevin. The thing is like actually off. Like, they needed to weld it because it's like hanging off or something. But like this side right here, so it's like hanging off. So they have to weld it back, but then they also have to like back into place. But and I'm like, I know it probably won't cause much of an issue. All that's happening is I have to try to fit the wire through this tiny slot right here. I'm like, it probably won't cause much damage right now, but in the long run, if all of them start acting like that, and they start disconnecting and stuff, I'm like, so one small problem can turn into a huge problem. And I'm like, it's, if I saw it and I thought I might report, might as well report it. He's like, no, thank you for letting me know. That way I can get it fixed now. I mean, it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. There's always something wrong with this thing, you know. There's always something wrong with it. Always. And it was fine on Friday. And then I talked to Kevin today, and he's like, yeah, it was fine when I did it. Because he was there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And he's like, yeah, it was fine when I was doing it. He said that there was another guy down there. He's like, yeah, there's another black guy. His name was well, it was just another black guy down here, and he didn't seem like he knew what he was doing. So I'm like, but with the labs, like I said, some of that stuff, it's like hard plastic, but you wouldn't think it was plastic. It's like hard as wood, like really thick wood. But even though it's thin like plastic, it's hard. Um, but if that stuff goes in there, possibly mess it up. But all that matters is getting fixed. Hopefully, Kevin was like, it was supposed to be done yesterday. He's like, I don't know what the hell they're doing. And then I got there, and there's lanes that we have with the cardboard. There was one of the lanes that was supposed to be for cardboard, and we had a stack of bales, like 3 bales high, and there's a pile of cardboard in front of it. I'm like, what the hell? And Kevin was like, yeah, I put those bales over by the truck so that way they could, just take them off the pallet and put it on. He's like, but then they moved them over here. I'm like, apparently not only that, but then they moved cardboard in front of it. Instead of the other areas right now that you can put cardboard, they put it in front of it. And then one of the people brought down a pile of toppers. It was like maybe up to my shin. But then like here's the pallet, and like here's the toppers. So I had to take the hand jack and keep slamming it against the pallet, so it eventually did that, and like had the pallet dividers, or not the dividers, the toppers going back on top of it. So I just keep ramming the thing against the pallet so that way it would slide under the boxes. Like, I shouldn't have to do this. How hard is it? One, why are you bringing down a stack that's up to my shins? Two, it's not that big of a pile. How is it that far off of the pallet? I mean, this is happening when they're up there. It's a stationary object. They're acting. It's not a game where the pallet's moving back and forth. You gotta, oh god, I gotta put it on. I gotta put it on. It's not stopping. It's moving. It's moving. It's a stationary object. Pallet, bend over, boom, done. It's just one thing after another down there. But I did like, what did I do today? Let's see, cardboard when I got there, and then I did another thing of cardboard because there was a tall stack of toppers that weren't on a pallet. Luckily enough, though, they were like right next to me, so I'm like, whatever. So cardboard. Then I did plastic. There's like 30 bags of plastic, even though there was like nothing left the other day when I left. Carpet after that, and then I did another thing of cardboard. And it still looks like crap. It still looks like nothing got done, simply because there's just so much down there. Roxas. The tired boy. It's hard being a cat. But just look how at ease he is in here. First couple of times he was like, oh, I can't sit down, I can't get comfy. Now I can go over there, lay down, and he'll just pick a spot and lay there. Just lay there, just sleep, and he's a good boy. Who's a good boy? Roxas is but yeah. Just one thing after another with this freaking thing. But it's like I told Kevin, it's like he just shook it. He's like, it's just stupid. I'm like, yeah, but I've been sleeping a lot better ever since I stopped giving a crap. Because I have. I've been sleeping a lot better ever since I stopped caring so much. You know, before I was just going to work and trying to get as much done as possible. Now it's like, it is what it is. If I get a lot done, I get a lot done. If I don't, I don't. I really don't care anymore. You know, they've pushed me to the point of not caring. This place has permanently messed up my back. It's permanently messed up my legs, my feet, all that. So I don't care. If they want to keep doing stupid crap like leaving things in front of the baler when they know I have to, you know, work with the baler, whatever. You know, if I get down there and there's no room for bales, well, then I guess I'm not baling anything. I don't care anymore, and I've been sleeping a lot better since then. So, it is what it is. I still do my job, so it's not like, oh, you sound like you just a reason to slack off. No. I still did my 5 bales today. I still do my 5 bales every day, but I'm not going to worry about it if I don't. You know, I've been going the same pace that I normally, or actually slower. I'm still getting 5 bales done, so. It's whatever. It's either that or it's only a matter of time before I end up sprawled out on the floor. And then it's like, well, what happened? It's like, I'm having to do this crap by myself in unsafe conditions. I asked to use the thing over there and I was told I can't, so it's only a matter of time before my back gave out. So, anyway, moral of the story. Cannoli. That's a giant cannoli. I'm gonna devour the cannoli. So nom 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 nom. I'm gonna go over to it. I'm gonna say, hey, cannoli, I want you to get in my stomach. You hear me? Get in my stomach, capiche? And the cannoli is gonna look at me and he's gonna be like, what? I ain't getting your stomach. And I'm like, you don't have a choice. And then I'm gonna pick up the cannoli. I'm gonna grab it, both of my small hands, as much as I can. My hands would probably be more suited for one of the smaller ones. I'll just be honest. But that thing looks delicious. I'm gonna grab it with as much of my hands as possible. That does look so good, though. No, I need to. It's no, just disappear. Anyway, yeah. Moral of the story: cannolis. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.